Hello, and welcome to my very first YouTube installment supplement for Best Laid Plans. I had been wanting to do this for a while, but as you can probably see on this video, my videography skills are not where my audio skills are. And actually, that's not even fair to say because I outsource the audio portion of my podcast. So I just don't have skills. I have skills on the microphone. I have skills to outline episodes. I definitely have skills about knowing about all kinds of planners. I do not have skills to actually turn my content into beautiful, easily digested segments, but I'm going to try my best. And the good news is this isn't going to be too long. So if the quality is not doing it for you, or you notice that my manicure really is not quite up to YouTube standards, then that's okay. You can just listen to it on audio. But I am going to go through, in brief, my planner stack for 2023, just because people did request that I share a little bit of a video version so they can actually see what these books look like in action. And I will show the actual stack stacked up right here. So yes, that is significant. And I'm going to talk about what each of those are and how I plan to use them. I'm gonna save this one for last. Okay, so first we have the Stalogy A5 softcover kind of journal / notebook. And this is really just a journal that I've been using since last year, kind of like mid 2022 I started it. And I'm not gonna share like specifics of what's in here, but when I'm trying to work through something or create a list of what I want or something I'm struggling with, I tend to go to this little book. And it's only, I don't know, a 10th of the way full. So I just plan on continuing to use it for 2022 rather than moving on to a new notebook. So I love the paper. It has really nice, light, subtle grid lines, and I don't plan on using it on any specific time frame, just kind of like when I need a place to write things down, it is there for me. That's number one. Number two, you guys heard me talk about this on a couple of episodes now. This is the Erin Condren monthly notebook that I plan on using for all of my goal setting and lists for the year. So you guys can see, oh wow, it's going to be mirror writing. Well, yay. So you can see that there are monthly or tabs for every single month in this book. And then I already started writing out some of my annual goals in the back. And there are plenty of pages in each section. Each section has like a month layout right there. And then it also has a dashboard where I can put my monthly list. And then about 10 pages for each section, plus I think 20 pages or 40 sides in the back for me to keep additional lists. So I think this will be a wonderful catch-all for all of my goals and lists. And it is a bit more freeform and open-ended than the Cultivate What Matters I've used in the past. But I feel like I'm ready for that. And maybe some of you are ready to do it along with me. So you'll be hearing more about this book in the coming months, but I'm really excited to start using it. Oh, and I have the vegan leather cover in like a lilac, and then the neutral interior. So the tabs are all the pretty pastel colors. All right, next we have a simple little notebook that I'm going to use. I've been using it. This isn't new. This is by Kokuyo, and this is their Sooofa, Sooofa. There's a third O in there just to keep things fun, I guess. And really, really nicely made little notebook. The sheets tear off. I love this for meal planning and grocery shopping and just anytime I need to create a one-off list. The paper is lovely. It's also grid lines, which tend to be my favorite. And as a left-hander, I love how, see, these rings are very soft. And so when I put my finger, hand down to write, I don't get all squished. So love this little notebook, planning on continuing to use it. Then we have the 2023 Hobonichi weeks, which I am using already since this one starts at the end of December. I have started using it as my fitness journal. For me, that just really means keeping tracks of running mileage and like any kind of strength, like the weights that I'm lifting. And you can see a much better screenshot of this in my actual post from a couple weeks ago, and I'm sure I'll share it again, but just an easy way for me to be able to hopefully look back as I get further along in the year and be able to go back and say, wow, look how much faster I am from all this great training. I mean, that's the hope. So, or maybe I'll get injured and be able to figure out why I got injured based on my training, something like that. So yeah, super excited to use this. I've tried to do this in the past, but I think I tried to be a little too detailed, and this is going to be just enough information that it's going to be sustainable and easy to fill out. So excited to use this. And that is a Hobonichi Weeks. I think it's fresh green color. I keep wanting to say spring green, but I think it's fresh green. Then we have you can see this one's getting kind of used and fat. This is my Hobonichi 5-year journal, and it is the A5 size. I have the edition that started in 2021 and it finishes up in 2025. And yeah, just super excited to continue this. I love being able to see, you'll see many, not every page has 2 entries, but a lot of them do. And sometimes I'll put pictures in there, stickers, and I try to keep things really fun and just enjoyable. And I never spend too long filling it out. I like to set the bar kind of low, but I just love seeing the entries accumulate, and I'm excited to continue using this in the coming years. So there's my 5-year journal. Then we have my workhorse of a planner, the Hobonichi Cousin. Well, I'm just going to show you my one that I used this year. This is the beautiful Mina Perhonen cover Jardin, I believe, or Jardin, if you want to pronounce it in a more French adjacent manner. This is the planner I've used all this year. I did swap out the January start for an April start at some point because I was annoyed at myself and I wanted a fresh start, but I've kept using the cover for most of the year. I've bounced in and out and gone to full focus on occasion and Erin Condren on occasion, but I have started and ended the year with a Hobonichi Cousin. So I'm happy about that. And I'm excited to continue that for next year. By the way, this is not a pen episode. Maybe I'll do a future pen episode, but this is my current favorite pen to write with in the Hobonichi. It's not the Uniball Jetstream that comes with the planner that has 3 colors. Instead, this is the 0.38 Uniball Jetstream that you can buy from Jet Pens. And it's a tiny bit finer and I like it a little bit more. And I just use the black. So this was last year's. This will be archived. I don't get rid of covers that I've used, but I tend to save them in kind of a collection. Although sadly, one of the bookmarks broke. So it's not in mint condition, but that's okay. And this is the cover that I am going to use for 2023. It is all, essentially filled out already. Like I have a lot of sticky notes in here for stuff that hasn't been finalized yet, but otherwise I'm starting to kind of block things out, big trips, big events. And you can see in the beginning, I put some color coding with like the kids' school calendars and such when I plan to take off. So I've already kind of started using this and I put little tabs on it. These are the, I believe, Midori Chirato tabs with the numbered version to help me be able to find where I am in the year easily. This is the pen loop that I complained about being too small. It does not even fit this pen, which is smaller than the Jetstream that comes with the planner. So that was a little disappointing for a fairly high-end cover to not fit a normal size pen, but that's okay. I still really love this cover. It snaps closed. Here we go, 1 and 2. And the glitter is absolutely beautiful and the feel is lovely. So I'm gonna just handle the fact that it does not fit my pen. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to make good use of everything I just went through so far. I have one other planner, which I mentioned, and I'm super excited to use it. But of all of these, the one that I feel may be a little unsustainable for me is this one. And this is the Little Inklings Always Fully Booked Reading Journal. Now, I ordered this impulsively because I saw the review of it and it was so pretty and so thoughtful and so lovely. And I do love to read. I generally read like between 40 and 50 books each year. I'm not one of those 100 plus book people, but reading is an important part of my life. So my thought with this one is I'm gonna like dabble in and out of it because there's just so much space in here. And I don't know that I'm gonna make it a priority to fill it out every single day. Although I do think, so it has kind of a 3-box layout in the planner pages. Kind of similar to the Erin Condren, though a little with some differences. And you can track your amount read. I do tend to track my amount read, usually just in my Hobonichi. So I may try to just keep track of media, including TV, movies, books in here, to just see how much of it I can capture for the year. I mean, again, I'm not as confident in my ability to use this as I am in the rest of them, but I think it'll be fun and I'm not going to give myself too much pressure. I'm okay if I dip in and out of it. And in fact, even though this is a 2023 planner, you could totally use this for multiple years because on any given date on this little vertical layout, you know, you could just treat it like the 5-year. Okay, you know, on April 17th one year I was reading this, and then the next year I was reading that, and the next year I was reading that. So I'm not going to pressure myself to use this in any very prescriptive or rigid fashion, but I think it will be fun to play with and maybe make me even more excited about making my reading list and enjoying reading for the year. All right, well, that is it. I recognize this is not the best video quality anyone has ever created, but I knew that it was either going to be do it in a very easy way and make it happen, or not do it. And so, hey, now I've kind of like gotten started. I do have a cool like tripod camera device that I think could be helpful to make videos a little prettier in the future. Maybe I'll have my nails done next time. I definitely need a haircut. I mean, yes, this can be improved upon on many levels, but I'm excited I got to share my stack with you. Here is the entire stack. Well, this is last year's planner, but here is the entire stack for you one more time. So many books. And that's it. Hopefully I will see you on screen sometime in the future, and I hope everyone is having fun cultivating their stacks for 2023.